One thing I want a parent to really understand is that when they sign their child up to play on a team, they're making a commitment. And the kind of commitment that a parent is making really is directly dependent upon the expectations of the coach. Let's take a real simple example. My brother's a great guy, and he's a great dad. And when he signed up my nephew for their very first coach pitch or t-ball experience, I noticed that my nephew was missing some of the games. So on the phone conversation with my brother, I said, "Hey, what's going on? Where's Ryan? Where's Ryan been at?" And he said, "Well, we went to the lake." And my brother, who never played ball, he didn't really understand that when you sign up, you don't get the right to choose how much of a commitment you want to make. The team has the opportunity and the right to sort of dictate the expectation level that they have on you. So you need to investigate that as a parent. What am I signing up for? I always like the old 85% rule. I wanted my kids there 85% of the time. So if we played 20 events, if we had practices and events and it came to 20 times, then I think you should be there 17 times. So I can give you a little leeway on that. But if you're not going to make it 17 times out of 20, then I think that it's not going to work. So as a parent, when you sign your kid up, you need to investigate what is the expectation that team has, and it's not what is it that you want to do, how much of commitment that you want to make. It's the expectation that the team has of you.
What example would that show if that parent allowed the lack of commitment?
Okay. If a parent doesn't do their homework and follow through on what the expectation is, then what you're really telling your son or daughter is that what they want always comes first. And I think one of the greatest things about sport is that we get to learn that the world doesn't revolve around us, that we're part of something else, something bigger. And that really is sort of a model we use in all phases of life, whether it comes to family structure, whether it comes to relationships, whether it comes to the job, the workplace. We have to know that this is an opportunity for a parent to begin to teach the kids that they're part of something, that they can't make the ground rules. And while we're on this, a very common area here is where you have maybe a 12-year-old that plays multiple sports, and he's signed up for, say, baseball, and he's got a soccer, and there's a conflict. One of the problems I have is that I've always seen parents and kids, they decide for themselves which one they're going to. And I don't think that can happen. I think when you sign up and you've got two things going on, both the parent, the player, both coaches are part of the process of figuring out where the kid's going to go when there's a conflict. The kid and the parent don't get to choose where they go. This should be worked out beforehand. A simple way to do it, in my world, is that when my kids played some baseball and they played, say, volleyball, and there was a conflict. Well, I had always hoped that the sport in season took priority, and that the other sport that they were playing, they had to work around the sport in season. So my kid didn't choose that he was going to go to this or that at a given moment. The priority was established beforehand.